Hey folks, CRAZYCLIMBER here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 12 in our 20 from 1996 series. This is another 3D fighting game, 3D versus fighting game, but it's part of a storied franchise, and this is Virtua Fighter 3. And not counting Virtua Fighter Kids, this would be the third game in the series. But this has an additional button added this time around, and it is called the evade button. And there are a couple new fighters as well. But most notably, perhaps, is the stage layouts are really cool this time around. The graphics are smoothed out a little bit over the last entry. Still doesn't look completely natural. But, and she looks a little bit creepy. That's, Pai-chan. As far as I know, all of the previous characters are returning. Akira Yuki, Pai-chan, Lao-chan, Wolf Hawkfield, Jeffrey McWild, Kagemaru, Sarah and Jackie Bryant, and Shun-Di, and Lion. And the new characters are Aoi Umeno Koji and Taka Arashi. Taka Arashi is a sumo wrestler, and I don't think he returns until like Virtua Fighter 5 or something. But I love the settings of each stage. Are really cool, and you might not always be on solid ground. You might be on an incline. Now I had to play this on a new emulator that I'm not entirely used to, and it is called the is it Super Model 3 Dojo or something? But graphically, it does a fantastic job of emulating the arcade game. This was created by Sega, and Yu Suzuki had a hand in this on their Sega Model 3 system board. And this was developed by their Sega AM2 development team. Yeah, there's some cool high ground moments where you could be on an incline, or maybe on a decline from the opponent. But the buttons other than the evade button are the same. There's a guard, there's a punch, and there's a kick. But the evade button is new to the series. There was later a Virtua Fighter 3 team battle the following year, 1997, in which you can have teams of 3 play one-on-one against each other one at a time. And yeah, there are 12 different characters. And I'm going to pick Akira Yuki, and he's a pretty popular character to choose. Say a kung fu teacher. And by using, I believe it's,
Fight 1. Ready, go!
a guard button and a punch button, or a guard button and a kick button, or maybe guard and evade together, you can do throws. I'm not super fond of the Virtua Fighter series in general. I prefer other 3D fighters, perhaps. Some of them. I like Dead or Alive. But I really gotta admit, man, the settings are so cool. I'm sorry for a little bit of glitching every once in a while.
Go!
There was a pause button I had to use once in a while that it screwed things up. I'm used to it. If I have to pause and go to the bathroom, or if I knock something over and I have to pause the game and pick it up. I like being able to use pause in like MAME, and we just dispatched the sumo wrestler there. MAME doesn't have that
one, ready,
screw up the video processing, and that unfortunately came through in this video sometimes. I apologize for that. This is Wolf Hockfield, and he was from the first game. He's a wrestler. Game has a little bit of slowdown, perhaps, in this emulator. Or maybe that was in the arcade, too. There are down moves, of course, when your opponent is down, and I couldn't seem to always get that to work right. I like that you could knock Wolf's head off during battle.
Fight 2.
But he put it back on for round 2. You have 30 seconds to start each match. And, of course, it is best of 3. Whoever wins 2 matches first goes on to the next fight. And there are a total of 8 fights. So you do not have to fight every single opponent. There will be a mirror match, so you will have to fight yourself. But there will be 4 opponents that you do not have to fight. And the final boss is the same one that you've seen from the previous Virtua Fighter games. I like his hand slap, or maybe a palm slap, or whatever you want to call it. And I like he's got like a multi-flip kick attack. He really is one of the best characters in the game.
Ready,
and here's his mirror match. And there's a throw move, or a grab move, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this is so much better looking than the first Virtua Fighter game. It has not aged well at all. It's really blocky and pretty bad looking. It was a pioneer in trying to make the versus fighter genre transition into 3D. You can change your winning pose during the replay by pressing one or a number of buttons together. As I was about to say, the final boss is Dural, and it's like a robot or an android, and it was the boss in the previous Virtua Fighter games. I don't remember if it's the boss of Virtua Fighter Kids. That was kind of a stupid chibi fighter type of game. I think released only in Japan, or in arcade form. And here's Jackie.
One, ready,
Jackie and Sarah Bryant are siblings. I don't know a ton about each character in the Virtua Fighter games. Dural, I believe, it is revealed to be the mother of one of the Virtua Fighter characters. It might be Akira here. Or no, it's Kagemaru's mother, I believe. I don't know all of the backstory of this series. I wasn't really looking out for any more 3D fighter games in the 90s, in the mid 90s. I was kind of not really going to arcades anymore. I had nostalgia for the 80s arcade games. Dig Dug, Mr. Do, Joust. Robotron, etc. I'll always be old school, but I'm willing to see what the 90s had to offer for sure. I believe I'm going to have one more versus fighting game after this, but it'll be back to 2D. Yeah, I love the stage design, and there could be some pretty daunting ring outs. When you get knocked over the edge, you might fall seemingly to your death. And this is one of the new characters, Aoi Umeno Koji. And I don't really remember much about her backstory. But hey, I love that you can stand on an incline on a snowy bank by a stream. It's just really unbelievable settings for each stage. Just very cool.
Ready, go!
The announcer almost makes me think of BJ Love, terrible name, from the Fatal Fury series, or many SNK Neo Geo games. Hope you had a great weekend thus far, and hope you get Columbus Day off. I was kind of surprised that I still do. Yeah, and you get a little excellent message whenever you get a perfect, when you lost no energy. Yeah, again, holding one or maybe a number of buttons during the replay will have a different winning pose for your character. Here is Lion. He's a praying mantis kung fu expert, apparently. And here we're at some sort of gallery or something, where there's multiple steps that you can go up. Or the opponent can. I'm not sure every single stage has a ring out, but some of them are pretty cool and look like they may have you fall to your death or something. There's like a subway station, like I said, like a gallery or a big palace or something. There's the snowy stream. There's a beach, or a very small island. I think that's Jeffrey McWild's stage. And you can actually fall into the deep end, and it almost looks like you're drowning. It's just so cool. Yeah, as in all the other fighting games, there's a joystick and button combination moves that you can do.
Fight one. Ready.
Or maybe you can repeatedly tap it. Whoa, that seagull almost slammed into me. Yeah, this is the island stage that I was talking about just a moment ago. I'm just super impressed with the graphics of the stages. I really dig this. Jeffrey McWild's a wrestling type. He can have some pretty devastating moves. I'm certainly not well versed in all the combinations and stuff of each character. Some of them are pretty cool. I didn't really tap into mine very much.
Fight two. Ready, go!
Yeah, you can juggle opponents in the air. Yeah, you can fall off the island into the deep end. and it looks like you drown. It's pretty cool. What are your memories of 1996? Were you born before then? What all kind of foods were you fond of? What specific memories of the year do you have? What did you do? Oops, I lost a match, or a round. But yeah, you will only play 7 opponents and then Dural. Or no, you will play 8 opponents and then Dural. And Dural is kind of called the bonus stage, or bonus round or something. And you will play a mirror match. So there are 4 opponents that you do not play. We will look at those a little bit later, those opponents. And I did not end up playing Pai-chan, Lao-chan, Kage, or Sarah. Sarah Bryant. Kage is known as Kage Maru, and again, I think his mother is Dural. She was like turned into an android or something. And whenever you hit her, you hear a metallic sound. And she might be very difficult to throw. She is very fast, and she knows like all the moves of all the characters. And Shundi here is a drunken fighter, also a medicine man. His moves are funny. I think they were funnier in Virtua Fighter 2, in which he made his debut. Yeah, the evade button will make you dodge to one side, and you can just keep on pressing it, and you'll try to make a circle around your opponent. But a lot of the opponents have these really wide-ranging attacks that can still hit you. Like it just sits down. This was followed by, like I said, Team Battle, Virtua Fighter 3 Team Battle in 1997. I think there was a Virtua Fighter 4 and 5, and maybe a Virtua Fighter 6. I don't remember when the series... has it ended? I don't know for sure. If you know, leave a comment. Let me know. Sorry, I drank a Coke in your ear. I don't drink beer or liquor hardly ever. I'm mostly happy with a Coca-Cola. And here we are facing Dural. And you hear that clang. Dural is very quick. She likes to do body splash moves that take off extra damage because she's friggin' heavy. And here this takes place at the subway. I guess from what I read, there is a way to get on the railroad, or to get on the train tracks and get hit by a passing train. That's pretty cool. I have not been able to make that work. Sorry. I lost to Dural here, but we will see me beat her. And another cool thing about Virtua Fighter 3 is putting your initials in. You put them in by kicking this guy's ass that's made out of the letter that you choose. And there, I lost. Chose not to... you do not get the option to continue if you lose to Dural. Any other fighter, before that, you get to pump in 2 more credits to continue, and it costs 2 credits to start or continue. And here is the cast, or the designers and such that are responsible for Virtua Fighter 3, including the great Suzuki. Virtua Fighter 3. Now, at first, I was not sure how to select your character for your letters, but you have to hold down the guard button, I believe, and then press like up or down, or maybe it was left or right. See, this guy's made out of letters, and they're all the letter that you can select at current. And each time you attack him, you might be doing like small attacks and they might not select the letter. You have to do a stronger attack to knock them over. I just couldn't figure it out how to do that here. But now it says end, and that will be the selection if I attack him. But again, you have to hold down, and you can attack him one more time, I think. Yeah, and then it shows your score. I used the original ROM, and it's got only Japanese here. Unfortunately, I'm not good enough to read Japanese, or not much of it. I know some, but this tells you your score. It probably tells you how many KOs you had, or how many wins, losses, etc. in that dialogue there. And now we're going to beat Dural here. You don't have to beat Dural in order to get on high score list, or fastest time. Excuse me. And we're going to scoot forward to properly putting in the initials. And again, you have to hold guard, and it's either up or down or left or right to select the initial that you want. This had a PlayStation port, I believe. And if you try to put in the initials SEX for sex, I think it says PSX for PlayStation. Roku indicates that, or Rokudan indicates that you got over 600,000 points, I believe. But you can change your costume by holding down a button, or maybe multiple buttons at once as you select your character. I like that there's a character made out of letters. I think that's funny. And we'll start by looking at Akira's different costumes. Kind of cool. I think they all have multiple different costumes. I'm sorry, I'm not going to go into detail of all the different moves that each character has, because that would take for freaking ever. And again, you can change their winning pose. We'll look at Sarah Bryant, a little bit of her. She is the sister of Jackie Bryant, and she's got some cool wrestling moves. She's very nimble. We're going to start by watching me ring out myself. I'm not a fan of ring outs in versus fighting games.
Fight 2. Ready, go!
See some, a little bit more of her here. Very tall, very nimble, long, strong legs, some wrestling type throws. My favorite character is probably still Akira, or Kagemaru is pretty darn fast. He's a good character too. They're probably the two generally favorite characters from Virtua Fighter gamers. Now we're going to look at Pai-chan. She is a
Fight one. Ready,
Hong Kong
go!
action movie star, martial artist, and her father is Lao-chan, which we will also see. I like her stage. It's on top of the roof of a house in Hong Kong. Yeah, you can get knocked off or knock off the opponent from the roof down to the ground below. Might not be fatal, but dear God, it would probably hurt pretty bad. We'll just see some of her moves and stuff. And again, that evade button is useful, but the enemy might still have really long-reaching attacks. Whoops! And here's Kage, and here's one of his alternate
Ready,
costumes.
Go!
You can knock his mask off. Yeah, some characters have some gear that can be knocked off. Yeah, he's got some very tough throw moves, and he's very fast. And here is Lao-chan, the father of Pai-chan.
One. Ready, go!
And he's on top of the Great Wall of China. So cool. I just love the stages in this game. This time I'm using Jackie Bryant. Some people like Jackie Bryant from the Virtua Fighter series as a character to choose. He is very limber, very nimble.
Fight two.
And we'll scoot
Ready,
forward to,
go!
or we'll see, do I fall off the Great Wall? I can't remember. Yep. Not that far. But that was Virtua Fighter 3 by Sega and their AM2 developmental team, and Yu Suzuki. Well, this is CRAZYCLIMBER Racing. Thanks for watching. Hope you join me soon for game number 11. Bye-bye, folks.